Hello everyone, coming in for our monthly full moon readings. Sorry, I'm a few minutes late today, but here we are. While I wait for you guys to come on, I'm just going to tap in and do a collective reading. I only have, actually, I need to keep watch of the time, 45 minutes today to come on. So the readings are first come, first serve. So if you would like a full moon reading for yourself, let me know. And then I'll get through as many as I can in the next 45 minutes. Say hello. Say where you're from. So we can, someone just requested to come on. If you want a reading and you meant to do that request, let me know. I know sometimes it is an accident, so just let me know. I'm just going to do a collective poll first before we get into the individual ones. Strength, be steadfast in your heart. There's power and tenderness. Hold space for healing and growth. Be a safe haven for others in need. Stand for what you believe in. Be willing to yield and adapt. Stay strong. So for the next month, on the collective level, that's the message. The be willing to adapt and yield feels like the strongest message with that. They're showing hello from the UK. Hello from Canada. It feels like the message that I want to do for the human resonance message today, which I haven't had time to do yet, about inner child work, but they're showing clay and the ability to adapt and grow and evolve when you bring in new information, when you do healing, when your awareness expands. So the idea where it's like, I've thought this way, it's been this way, always, it is what it is. The next month is asking you to open up, to possibly see things differently, to adapt to these new energies, these new awarenesses that are coming through. So let me know if you want to do a reading. If you want me to do a reading for you, I should say. A full moon reading. I'm just checking. If not, I'll just keep tapping into the collective. We have 45 minutes today in total before I have to go. So I'll get through as many readings as I can in that time. How's everyone feeling? How have the energies been for you? Yesterday the Fullmoon was pretty loud and we had the full moon, so there's a lot of like illumination of things that are going on. It can feel pretty pronounced, especially when there's layers. We're getting close to the solstice, and let's talk about the solstice. Like, hey, that's a reminder for me. For the solstice, I'm going to be launching my program, Welcome Home, which I'm beyond thrilled about, beyond excited about, because it is something that has been in the pipes for 2 years. It had launched previous, and then I reworked it, I updated it, and it is finally ready to be brought into the world. So excited about it. And next week, in celebration of Welcome Home coming on, we're going to be doing a free masterclass, Awaken Your Intuition, on human resonance reports have felt on point. Yeah. Thank you for that, Sarah. Is anyone having throat stuff? Because I have not been, and as I'm here tapping in for you guys, I'm feeling a lot of throat stuff. Any clearings? Any indications of stuff coming forward for the throat, or maybe like a swallowing down a repressing of thoughts and feelings, anything like that happening for you guys? I haven't done my own reading yet for the month, so I'm going to do that now while I wait. Guidance. Listen, trust your inner knowing, connect with your intuition, you are protected. With a bird. So for me, the message is in the picture, not in the words. My main guide right now is the white avian, and there's a white bird that just came forward. Okay, for the next month. And I'm seeing all of the shapes, the sacred geometry behind it. It's an expansion of that. Let me know. Who's here and who wants a reading? Don't be shy. If you would like a reading, let me know. You don't have to come on the video if you don't want. Hello, hello. Embodiment is deepest bliss. My body was made for enlightenment. Okay, so this is my guide for the month. The Lady of Lotus Reborn, a connection to the body. So my two cards for the next month are a message about bringing the embodiment. So the frequency of the white avian that I've been working with is asking to come more into the body, an embodied frequency. It's not just me connecting in and channeling through. It wants to become anchored in my body. So that's what I'll be working with. That will be my focus for the next month. Let me know if you would like a reading as well. I need your permission. I need your go ahead to tap in for you. I've been doing solstice readings too. Solstice polls. I do it every twice a year for each solstice, where there's 30 spots. They're half filled already. It went out to my email list first, and now I'll be putting it out to you guys. If you want a solstice reading, you would love a reading. Awesome. If you want to do a solstice reading, I'll do, what's your name? Oh, I don't know how to say that. Anushka. I hope I said it right. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Yeah, I just got this. I'm really excited about it. It's a linen little piece. The solstice readings first. Anushka. But am I saying it right? Am I butchering it? And Tara, you'll be next. I'm sorry. Speaking language is not my specialty. Even English, which is my mother tongue, it's just like words speaking don't come easy for me. Yeah, you like them. I just got them with linen. I'm really excited about it. And then it's like, not a capri, but kind of like a pedal pusher. It's perfect. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's get into it. Anushka. Let's ask what cards. Yeah, these ones good. What is your energy, your theme that you're moving through for the next month? So just calling forward your soul, your highest self, your healed self, your highest, most benevolent, and above guides, ancestors, energy beings that want to guide you back to your healed self, your whole self, and bringing forward my highest self, my healed self, my highest guides. I'll just bring in the black diamond pyramid above, the white diamond pyramid below for all the readings right now in plasma consciousness to hold us between time and space. So let's just feel into your soul for a sec. Okay, so they're showing you with like how you present to the world feels quite bright. It feels like even maybe you might have a spotlight on you or a bit of a spotlight on you. You feel front and center. You feel like eyes are on you. And then there's kind of this, so there's what you're projecting out, which feels like there's beautiful confidence, and there's like your posture is great. Your energy you put forward is beautiful and radiant. And then there's this part of you that is like, what about me? I'm back here. And your soul's asking for a more balanced approach in that, I suppose. Let's see what the card comes in as. Generosity. Your presence is a gift. Respect yourself and others. What you share returns tenfold. Gratitude is a form of generosity. There is enough for everyone. Trust in abundance. But how does that fit into, let's look at the picture, into what your soul is showing me. I see. So it's the different faces. It's how you present. How you present versus who you are beyond that confidence, beyond that way you present yourself. Does that make sense? Does that resonate? There's a part, and then I feel it. It's not quite in an energy center. It's not quite sacral. It's not quite the root, but it's the low back, and this feels like you're going through an expanse. They keep showing eyes on you. Do you have eyes on you? Like in a positive way, like people are seeing you, or you're starting to share something, or you're like a leader or something like that. Does that make sense? The mother of MMS. Love is my lineage. Gratitude. Sit. Gratitude again. Generosity and gratitude. Gratitude is my religion. So your main message, and then your guide. Hello. So the generosity and gratitude that you provide for others, can you redirect that inwards? Can you offer what you offer others? There's a piece of you that feels like it's missing out, or it's like you give so much that by the end of the day there's not enough left for you. That's what's asking for your time, your attention, your energy in this next month. The love that you put out, make sure that you're directing it back. Yes, that resonates. Work-wise, I am in leadership, so lots of outward confidence. Yeah. It's time to bring that inwards, finding that inner confidence, that, yeah. Whatever you've been working through, and I feel like you have been working through some inner work, some inner deep divings, it feels like there's a completion coming with that, within that layer, and the energy that you normally put out, can you redirect it? They're showing it like a torus field. So just recognizing that what you put out, there's a ripple out effect back to you, and to allow it to come back to you. Hopefully that helps. You're welcome. Tara's next. Let me know if you guys want a reading as well. We've got maybe 20 more minutes together. Tara, this one's for you. So bringing forward your soul, your high self, your healed self. Let me just disconnect. Okay, so bringing you in, Tara. asking your soul what your message is for the next month, what it wants to look at, what theme it's working for you, how you want to be held. Saraswati, the goddess of self-knowledge, the essence of who I am flows effortlessly into everything I create. So that's your main guide for the next month. Self-knowledge. Let me just have a look at your soul before we get the other card. Okay, so your soul's at the edge of a cliff, and it feels like you've been on that cliff for some time. They're actually showing a natural, I want to say decay, that's not the right word. What is it when a rock goes? Not decay. What is it called? When a rock sloughs away. Erosion. There's a natural erosion that's been happening, and you've been kind of stuck in the same spot, and it's like you can either jump off and trust and be in free fall, or that erosion is going to come and there's going to be a falling anyways. So it's going to happen regardless. Is that a nice message for you to hear? It's going to happen regardless, but you get to choose, I guess, when. If you go more willingly, or the universe steps in and chooses for you. I'm laughing and making jokes like this too. For those of you who don't know, I know Tara very well. So that's why I'm doing that kind of joking and jesting with her. This is really pretty. I don't recognize this card at all, actually. Magic. Trust your inner wisdom. Take time for introspection. Explore etheric realms. Your spirit is immortal. So self-knowledge, the essence of who I am flows effortlessly, and magic, finding the magic. I don't know, look at this picture. A lot of birds, a lot of flying creatures. So even that, I don't recognize this card at all, I really like it. Even that energy of you're on the cliff and you feel like you're gonna fall, you've got all these birds, although I don't know how well peacocks fly, to be fair. It might just be a softer landing, but there's wings, and all different kinds of wings. The beetle too is flying. We have this all-seeing, all these eyes too in the peacock feathers. It feels like you keep looking for an external, or waiting for an external sign, and that external sign just might not come. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? How's that feeling? How does that land, Tara? Let me know who else wants a reading. I promise I'll be as gentle as I can. It feels like oof. It feels like oof. Yes. It does. What if we felt into the trust of the fall? The fact that you have wings, the fact that your soul has been orchestrating you jumping off this cliff to the point that even if the human doesn't choose it, the erosion comes forward, and okay, I'll have one. Yeah, I'll do you next, Sarah. Like it's part of your life's path. What if we just feel into the trust of it? what if we, just for a moment, do the exercise of everything works out. We put the humanness aside, not forever, like you need to be able to pay your bills and take care of your children and be the human in the physical world. But what if, just for a moment, we felt into you? The peacock is a symbol of the universe conspiring in your favor, and I have one tattooed on. You do have that? I forgot. It's on your arm, right? That it just works out. That for the next month. What if it just works out? And hold that. Okay, Sarah, you're next. So just disconnecting from you, Tara. Calling for Sarah's energy for your best and highest good, your high self, your healed self. Okay, Sarah, so I had tapped into you. Was it just the last CNBC? A couple weeks ago? I know, I don't know. Time is getting real weird for me lately. But I feel like what we tapped into then is louder. It is louder. Feels like you're vibrating. How are you even feeling? Yes. Feels like there's a lot going on energetically. A lot moving. Have you been able to move and like do the dancing, do the creative expression, do kind of like the messiness that we talked about? Awakening. Listen to your intuition, the answers within you. Reconcile your mind and heart, let your spirit lead. The awakening for you, I mean, literally you're going through a spiritual awakening. Quite literally, it's building. That energy within you is building and waiting for a release. Not that it is going to be like a pressure cooker and will blow up, but it's like you're asking and going through this spiritual awakening, but then there's the part of you that is also just trying to go on with life as if nothing has changed. But in a lot of ways, everything has changed. I just got back from a work trip, creative expression through the trip. Ooh, nice. That's good. Feeling into that. Yeah, they're not necessarily showing anything new. It just feels more pronounced, more pronounced, more pronounced. So we're just asking for a guide for the next month to help with this. Oh, it's the same one. Isn't that fun? When you get the same card. Love is my lineage. Gratitude is my religion. So how was that for you? And as you're going through your awakening, and there's so much awakening within your sacral, and any shame or guilt or discomfort, just meet it with love. And we talked about before it's a journey, right? You don't have to be at a certain checkpoint or like race through it all. Just as it comes up, just meet it with love. And with that, it feels like it will give you a like permission to soften into things. Because as we've been talking up until now, that energy that's come through for you, it feels quite almost unobtainable or difficult, or there's a resistance. and bringing this guide in feels like you allow a softening to happen. Okay, who is next? Let me go back. You'll have one, and then okay, it's Cater's Kozak, which Katie, I'm guessing her name is Katie. Yeah, cool. And then I should have time for one more. Time has been all kinds off. Yesterday driving around with my ears popping and ring so loud. It's almost too much. Yes. Fatima is a holy place in Portugal where Mother Mary appeared. Oh, thank you for sharing that. I love that. So just feeling into that divine feminine awareness, the lineage of Christ consciousness, the connection to that, and all parts. Oh, yeah. It's definitely a stirring in the sacral. Beautiful. Okay, Katie. May I request it? Yes, you may request one. I'm going to do Katie, and then I'll do you, Wanderlust Girl, 111. I'll have to check what your name is, and then that will be it. I don't see your name. Katie, if you're still here, let me know. Let's see what your theme is for the next month. From full moon to full moon. Yay! Cards are hard to shuffle, they're very big. So, just disconnecting from Sarah calling Katie's soul and high self, healed self in your highest guides to guide you back to that healed whole self. Don't really understand what they're showing me so far. I see both a bee. So these stripes, but I also am seeing it like sediment layers. So let's see what that means. Clarity. Be your own healer. Honor the passing of time. Accept earthly mortality. Celebrate immortal spirit. Connect to the land. Wax on some of these. I'm not sure what that means yet. Let's see what your guide is for the next month, Katie. And I'll keep tapping into these stripes or these sediment layers. It's not ancestral. Have you... Feels more mental, but it could be physical too. Gone through different periods of health and not doing well, not feeling well through your life. Like this feels over an extended period of time. How is your health, Katie? Entrances of miraculous healing. Oh yeah, see, healing, health. I'm ready to heal and worthy of the miracles meant for me. How is your health, Katie? How are you doing? I'll just wait for you to answer that. Hello everyone who's just joining. Just gonna wait for Katie to answer. And I'll have time for one more reading. My health is fairly good, but definitely gone through many emotional ups and downs. Okay. Good to hear your physical health is good. So they're bringing me to these sediment layers, and it feels like there's a layer of, say, an emotional wound, but I also feel there's like a mental aspect to it as well, which, I mean, everything's interconnected. And then there's like a hard cap, and it's almost like, yep, that goes down there. And then there's another layer that comes in, and then there's a hard cap that comes on. And that level of like mental control, I would say most people don't have. Big life changes have occurred that have stirred up many issues requiring deep healing and releasing. Yeah, so I was going to suggest moving through these layers, that it can feel like different circumstances are independent because of almost like the compartmentalization you've been able to accomplish that has allowed you to move forward with things. But they're showing they're actually showing a seed or a plant coming up and through the layers. So there's a catalyst that happens that comes up that creates a bridge between all these layers that is going to allow you to see how interconnected everything is. And then with that, there's new growth, there's a newness, there's a rootedness, there is it creates like a channel into you, because it feels like every layer that occurred, there's also an internal distance that happened. So it feels like you're going to come back into yourself. So if you're feeling overwhelmed with it, just be open to that miraculous healing. Be open to, yeah, the words on this one don't feel as strong. To the interconnectedness of it all. Like the next month, it feels quite pronounced for you. That it will keep opening, keep opening, keep opening. Let us know how that goes for you, Katie. Just feeling in to as that occurs. So they're showing a lot of tears. They're showing grief that's coming in, but it feels like if you have a tendency to be in avoidance or dissociate or kind of be more removed from life, it's almost like you see things in clear color. You tasting foods for the first time, like there's a pretty strong reconnection to self and like your humanness, the experience you're moving through over the next month. Thank you. I'm looking forward to that. Catalyst true. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, who was the last person? Wanderlust Girl 111. What is her name? And then that will be the end of the readings for this month. But we have the Awaken Your Intuition free masterclass that's going to happen next Wednesday, less than a week for now, the 18th at noon Pacific Standard Time. Oh my gosh, how am I going to Shweta? Did I say that right? I hope I said your name right. I apologize if I didn't say it right. So just connecting from Katie, connecting into Shweta is your high self, your healed self, your highest guides. Ooh, you have a very playful energy. Feels very fairy-like. It's like your soul doesn't want to be still. That's just like kind of dancing around. There's a lot of movement. So just asking what your message is for the next month. Shadow work. Clear stagnant energy. Change destructive patterns. Claim your personal power. Reset victim mentality. Embrace the mystery. Which the next CMVC, so our next virtual circle, is what happens the first Tuesday in July. But it's going to be about shadow work, because I find that when we come into the most light, it casts the biggest shadow, or it illuminates that which we have hidden, that which we have put in our shadow. It feels like there might be a really strong resistance to this shadow work that wants to come up. Sarah Lakali, Queen of the Outsiders, I have arrived. I am here. I'll always be here in love. The energy of outsider, being an outsider, feels quite connected to that shadow work. Like, what have you ostracized, put aside, created as an outsider within you? If you tend to be, because your soul was showing up very fairy-like and happy and like social butterfly and just like moving and connecting and not wanting to sit in one place for long, it will feel quite difficult probably to do the level of shadow work and inner work that wants to come in the next month for you. Let me know how that lands. I'm just going to ask if we can get any direction, excuse me, about what that shadow work is. Or let me know if you've been already working on something. Okay. Family system. Ancestral. So they're coming forward with the energy of anger, sacred anger. They don't want me to use the word rage, so there seems to be a distinction between those two things for you. There feel like no, I was gonna say bitterness. It doesn't feel like the right word. Anger, but there's definitely like an anger towards self. It almost feels like a beating down. So maybe your self-esteem. Disappointed, frustrated, but extremely anxious. Okay, yes. I love some direction. All over the place at the moment. Okay, yeah, that all over the place. I feel that energy in you just kind of bouncing around. It feels counterintuitive for you, and it feels like you would really want to keep bouncing through the summer. But if you can create times of like literal just sitting in your own space, not making plans, but it's also just internally how you're moving around in the world, and then having that anchoring point about anger, self. They're showing a foot coming down, so it's like you stomping on yourself, perhaps a lower self-esteem is the shadow work that wants to come up. It feels connected ancestrally as well, so within your family system. So it will be maybe a pattern that came forward, and it feels like kind of an antidote to how you feel inside, that like I have a difficult time feeling good internally. You project out this like deep love and this upliftment and this like, I know how it feels to be so fucking shitty that I don't want anyone else to feel that way. And so you're like lifting people up, and you're this happiness, and you're this little butterfly that's moving around, which is beautiful. But also recognize that desire to want to uplift others, you want that and are craving that within yourself, and working through where that wound is within yourself. It's looking for that balance. So I suggest some shadow work. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully that lands. We're at time for our readings this month. Hopefully I see you at the masterclass next week. It's free. It's open for everyone. Love to see old faces, new faces. Been job searching for a long time and haven't been able to land any job or interview, so that's something I'm beating myself. Oh, yeah. So connecting in. Oh my God, spot on! Yay. You know that I would also do inner child work with that shadow work, right? Like it can be so easy to, compartmentalize what healing is, but if we only focus on one area, like I'm only doing my mother wound, I'm only doing, my galactic work, I'm only doing these, like it can be really powerful to be focused on things, but just remembering that everything is interconnected. So having that awareness and going into those parts of you where you feel that, and then connecting into the inner child where that came from, it will, you will feel the shift, and you're definitely ready for it. Spot on. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. You're so welcome. It's wonderful to meet you guys. Nice to have some new faces, some new energies to tap into. I will see you next month for the next full moon reading. I'll have more time probably next month. Oh, now I'm just wondering. I'm actually away a lot of the summer. I'll have to see when the next full moon is. Maybe I won't be here. We'll see. Maybe we'll just do it live at a different time. Or I'll see you next week. Much love to you all. You are welcome, Sarah. Nice to see you. And have a beautiful rest of your day, everyone. You're welcome.